Okay, I should be ready to go. I checked a couple things before streaming. We had an audio desync glitch yesterday, so I did a 15-second test recording, and the game audio and video appear to be synchronized in the test recording, so I'm hoping that that bug with desync doesn't come up again today. Also, we had a weird echo issue where OBS added another microphone source to my audio mixer, so I made sure that's muted. So hopefully we'll have none of the same technical issues that plagued my start of my previous stream, and I feel like that put me in a bad mood because I was kind of a little bit burnt out of the game yesterday, I think, and I would like to be more positive about what we're doing and enjoy myself today. Hello, Oribobu. We're on chapter 21. Now, this is a bit of a grindy chapter because of the reinforcement zones, and Murdoch is a bit beefy to try and do a warp skip because he has great shield and you can't crit him, so I think that our method here to do the chapter is going to be remarkably similar to how I did my no damage taken run, where I'm going to skip past the initial reinforcement zones and then set specific reinforcement killers to camp out the reinforcements and exhaust the reinforcement zone surrounding Murdoch, allowing me to go in and take him out. My Wyvern killers can be probably, of course, Fae can easily take care of one of the groups. I'm thinking we actually let Geese shine for the other, because if this is the vanilla enemy placement, all Wyverns should have lances. And while Geese's stats are not exceptional, with Lancebreaker, he should be functionally immortal, and with the Armads, he can one-shot Wyverns in close combat. Some of them have Javelins, that's okay. We'll take care of the other ones, and then the Javelin ones should miss us. So, we'll make good use of Lancebreaker. We of course don't need Zealot, he was just being force deployed to an earlier chapter, as well as Juno, they were force deployed to 20x. We don't need to bring them. I believe Gale might be recruitable, so we can go ahead and bring Melody. Otherwise, what we're going to do at the start is planning to send... Is Florina in an okay map now? Yeah, you could use Florina here if you wanted to. Maybe she has high aid and could fly people around. But no, you don't even get her yet. Eliwood's squadron has not shown up, which means you get Muligir later than you do in vanilla. Because normally you could have Muligir here if you wanted to shoot down Wyverns with it, but we don't seem to have Eliwood's group, so no Muligir. Yeah, you go to Sake, and there's like Lynn, Eliwood, like Lowen, Rebecca as like a B team, fighting their own chapters in these guidance, and they go get Muligir for you. It's mostly FE7 fan service, although it's kind of cute because, at least it's something happening besides Father Yoder soloing half of the continent by himself, like this motherfucker, you know, going on a one-man mission. But the chapters were a little bit sloppy. Specifically, what is normally the Sakaean 20x, that chapter was just messy and bugged when we played it. Anyway, so these Wyverns are... Oh no, they have swords! No! So my plan was gonna be... Oh, the weapons are so upgraded. I was thinking that Geese could solo groups of Wyverns very easily, but swords would break his Lancebreaker. Are they all going to have a sword on the Wyvern Lord? They have Axe Reavers too. Axe Reavers do not break Lancebreaker. I'm just like looking for swords, but typically they have swords. That does harm the use Geese plan. Before I commit to not, like, you know, going full Geese mode, I'm gonna check the reinforcements real quick in the ROM just to see if they use all lances. If not, we're going to use a more of like a windy base strategy for whatever Wyverns that Faye is not currently taking care of. So let's go see if the reinforcements are also all using, or if they have swords mixed in. If I can find 21, looks like I found it. Give me 1 second, I'm opening up the unit placer in the ROM. It looks like the reinforcement squad specifically use exclusively silver lances, which is excellent news. Then we can do Geese as a reinforcement killer. Perfect. That's great. Okay, okay. Then what we'll do, I think, is this initial squad here, we'll send Windy in this direction with some support to take all these guys out. We'll send Faye to the south to take out, like, this entire middle of the map. Then when we start triggering the reinforcements, there's going to be a squad from south and a squad from east. And Geese can handle the east squad on terrain with Lancebreaker, and Faye can handle south squad. Perfect, okay. I'm just going to open, I need the reinforcement zone map into my other monitor so I don't accidentally trigger reinforcements when I'm not hoping to. So that I can get that on FE8 real quick. I'm gonna stick that on my other monitor. I don't have a good way of showing the viewer where the reinforcement zones are, but I mean, that's just, this chapter isn't very, clear about it. You just wander into them and that's how it be. Okay, I've got the map on my other monitor. I am so ready to play this chapter. I'm ready to game. Because when I send, Windy on her initial journey east, I can't move too far. Past these mountains, there's like a vertical line. There's a box in this like corner of the map here that's a reinforcement zone. I don't want to trigger it. But these guys, I believe, do get aggressive if you get kind of near them. So that can be Windy's job. Faye is going south. We can warp her south past the first reinforcement zone. There's one in like this middle area where my cursor is sweeping. There's a zone here. We can warp her past it, and she can hang out kind of like around this forest. And then all of these wyverns should come for her. Hello, Luigi. And then we're also going to send Geese to kind of like go towards this village area, because once we start triggering the reinforcement waves near the boss, we'll have Geese be hanging out like around this forest or so to fight wyvern reinforcements with Lancebreaker. So Geese will go south. Who should we send with Windy on her journey? She might need a healer. So we'll send Clarine over there, and maybe some other characters. Maybe we could like get Roy some combat. If Windy doesn't kill them, we can like, you know, have some other characters to... We could maybe give her a rally speed with Shauna if she needs it. I don't know how fast the wyverns are. They're actually not very fast. They're easy to double. We can fight them. How's it going? I'm actually in a good mood today. Because Faye's get solo stuff south, I can also just send like supplementary combat units like Zephiel as well to go to the east. Maybe we could also like try and get like Elfin and Larum, like some of their last levels we never got around to doing because we've been skipping so many chapters lately. Yeah, Sarah, before you go, this is my Faye. She's had a Draco shield and a goddess icon, but the rest have been natural level ups in her bases. We did the entire Ilia with just warp skipping Faye into things. Before you leave, look at her skills real quick. She's immune to statuses because of Boon. She has Renewal. She has more speed than you think because of Kestrel Stance. And she also has the inability to be crit on top of Miracle, so she won't die to proc skills. And she has her own proc skill, which happens 32% of the time. Yes, she is the most war criminal unit in this game by a large margin. Nothing else has even come close to Firestone Faye. Hey, it's Wolt! Oh my god, is Eliwood going to show up from the south and I have to protect him? Well, I was gonna warp Faye there. This is actually kind of cute. I don't mind this, because it gives you a unit that can like immediately start fighting these wyverns, and they can like work their way towards like the bottom right of the map by themselves. Like, this is kind of like a... It's very much like FE7 fanfiction to have like, you know, Lyn showing up here and all that, but also, I really don't mind what this does for the map. This is like a large, grindy map, but that's like covers a lot of area. Having like a B team show up in a different corner doing their own thing, I don't mind that. This is actually fine. I often kind of complain about the map decisions in this, but this does not bother me. Talk with Eliwood with Roy. Yeah, he's a talk. I'll get that. Otherwise, I don't think anyone else here has talks. Now, there is a reinforcement zone that I'm actually trying to avoid. It starts like where this guy is, and it's like 4 tall. But I can 3 range and stand 1 tile south and not trigger the reinforcement zone. So it's okay that these guys are here because you have steady access to free range. That's the thing, Luigi. I think that the idea of the B team isn't even bad. I just think that the chapters they got were a little clunky. I kind of complained about how all of my characters had Bowbreaker and all of their characters had Bowbreaker. It just seemed like this weird, like, negative cancel each other out situation. It just felt, like, awkward. Because it made Rebecca useless with a silver bow, and it made her, her close counter do nothing because they would switch to swords. And then she would no longer have Bowbreaker on them, but they would have Bowbreaker on her. And I found that situation to be kind of awkward. I thought Lynn had 3 range. Oh, she broke her silver bow! She procced Astra so many times her bow is broken. Right, I also didn't like Astra, I recall. I thought that Astra was a clumsy skill in terms of its implementation. What was that rally? What rally do Nomad Troopers get? They get rally skill. That's, not useless. That could be good for boss killing. But it definitely doesn't have, like, a bunch of upfront crazy appeal. Yeah, Lid and Raph had Sue as a kid in this, canonically. But yeah, see how Astra uses up extra shots of your bow? That's how we broke our silver bow in the Sakayan chapters. I'm just like, watching the animations real quick to, showcase Lyn and such. He's a Lance Reaver. Interesting. Because then I can't use the Lowen's Lance, because I was going to do this because it had Swordbreaker. I mean, it still kind of works. It does still kind of work. What's your speed? 18. So if I do a rally speed from Florina, I won't get Lowen to quad with his, his Lowen's Lance, but, I could have Florina drag him back, and then I could, like, also go in and fight with Elliewood. Although, to be honest, does that kill? Elliewood does 213, so 26. That brings the guy down to, 33. Yes, Lowen and, Lowen's from Project Ember. As for some of the other portraits, like Yasu's dead. Some of the other portraits, like Lyn, I believe Lyn is off the public repository, aka if you use that with credit that's actually designed to be used by Romhacks. I think that might be the same for Florina and such. Because those are from a public repository, they're fine to use in your projects with credit. Anything straight from Ember did not come from the repository, it just came from Ember. I mean, I can check if they put the Ember portraits in the repository, because that would change my take on this game considerably. Because I've been complaining about this game's usage of Ember resources, but I would have to withdraw, like, so much of my criticism if the Ember stuff is on the repository. So why don't we confirm that right now? I feel like it's actually really important from, like, an integrity point of view to go check that. Okay, I just found my link to the repo. It's buried in the weird part of my bookmarks, but I'm gonna go open the portraits part of the repo, and I'm gonna go tell you if I see the Ember stuff posted in there. Portrait repository. I guess I can go into, like, FE6, FE7, there's, like, a folder for that. And maybe I could control F Lowen as a way to see if there's, like, Ember stuff in here. I only see 2 things for Lowen, and neither of them are from Ember, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that the Project Ember sprites, or portraits, are probably not in the repository, but I did just find the Lyn that was used in this project that is from the repo. But yeah, I think that the all of the Ember portraits are not in here. They are not public resources. They were used. Yeah, I just checked some other characters real quick, and I'm not seeing them. What's some characters we know are, like, recolored in this? I guess one character we know is recolored is, let's just use, like Ray and Faye and such. We know that those characters got, like, their hair was very saturated in the default game. But yeah, I'm looking through the repository, and I don't see these characters as having their Ember portraits in here, so I'm, like, 99% sure now that the Ember portraits are not in the public repository, and were not intended to be used publicly in other projects. But there are, like... there are some recolors of characters that could have been used, but yeah, I think everything was just taken from Ember. Because I saw a favorite color in here, but it's not this one. This one is the Ember one. Okay, well, we can play the chapter now. That was just a diversion because, I didn't want to make, like a false accusation that this game was doing improper use of assets or something if it was actually fine. I am not currently convinced that it's actually fine, because I have not found evidence that, no, yeah, stuff was used, with proper crediting. Anyway, retraction retracted. True! Well, I've got distracted. How much damage can Lowen do with the Lowen Lance? 34 plus LA 26 is exactly 60. That kills, right? Okay, cool, let's get a kill. They give credit for the assets they use. Sometimes. You have individual portraits where their credit from the repository is listed, but then Project Ember is only credited for the map sprite recolors and item icons. So Ember it was not credited properly for things like the playable Lowen with the playable Lowen portrait and stuff like that. And the idea of a playable Lowen isn't like owned by Ember, but the people who worked on Ember drew the sprite, so just copying and pasting it without listing a credit for it. And I don't even know if the Ember people like want you to use their stuff with credit or not. That's not even something in the conversation we know or not. But either way, it was used without a credit. I'm gonna stay down here south. I'm not gonna worry about this guy right now. If I go any further north, I trigger a reinforcement zone. He's a paladin, not a heavy knight. True! And he's got the Lowen's lance. You know, with the Rebecca's bow and the Wolt's bow. Let's go ahead and send Gwendy to the right. Is there anything... These are probably the vanilla shops. The shops are usually the vanilla shop. Why is Fenrir this expensive? Anyway. I remember capturing... Wow, you can buy Fortify? Not like I really need to do that. You can buy Physics. I'm not really concerned about this shop, though. I don't really use stuff like this. I remember capturing a Fenrir off of a Shaman much earlier in the game. We were kind of like experimenting with the capture mechanic, and we were shook at how much money we were able to sell that thing for. Alright, I want to warp Faye aggressively into the enemy lines. There's a reinforcement zone a tile north of where my cursor currently is. Maybe buy some chest keys. Where would we, like, for chests in Chapter 22? We do have Astolfo. I mean, I guess we could buy chest keys and have someone else open it, but we certainly have the deployment to deploy Astolfo. 21X is interesting items. They added chests to it? Full disclosure, Depression, I kind of wanted to warp skip that chapter. Would you mind giving me a hint as to what those items are, so I can make a decision as to whether I care about them? I could put Faye on terrain here, but I'd actually rather move her in range of a higher number of enemies by skirting the edge of the reinforcement zone. But if you suggest that chest keys are important, I could buy some. They're from FE7. Are they the FE7 S-rank weapons? Like the Rex Hasta and stuff like that? Like the Regal Blade? What are the rest of them called? I know some of their names. The ones that drop in Final of FE7. I don't really need them, to be honest. Like, full disclosure, I don't think I need them. Although I do like the idea that they were added to that chapter to give you less of a reason to warp skip and make you play it, but ultimately I don't like that chapter, because of the whole, the trap-based gimmicks on top of the fog. It's a chapter I find to be distasteful, and I want to not play it, if that makes sense. Okay, let's send some more people to the east, because these guys are actually can punch damage for Wendy. They have max strength, silver weapons, and death blow, threatening 47 damage, which is high. Man, Wyverns have crazy evasion. Duelist blow plus Tantivy. Oh my god, they get crit too? Okay. Wendy has really high luck, so I'm hoping that she will not get crit even through Outrider. But we'll send some support bonus to make sure that we can give her crit avoid. And avoid that crit. I'll just send like a fair number of people east. Because they don't really have jobs this chapter anyway. The main jobs are people like Faye is of course the big person. Melina will be warping people. Shauna's job is to shop. Shauna has a job. Let's turn off the animations because we saw Lynn and Elliewood's gang go to the town already. And apply of Melody be the Roy carrier. Although Roy could go fight. Melody needs to like recruit Gale if that's a thing that's possible. I think it probably is. Yeah, you can use the boots on the world map and the prep screen in this game. It was a huge pain to use my secret shop items in FE6, but you can just use them in between chapters in this game, so it's fine. I'm planning on buying 15 pairs of boots and then some speed wings. I would like to cap Faye's speed, but also I would like to give Sophia some speed in case that we encounter an enemy that Faye has trouble with due to like effective damage against Manicheets. That happens occasionally. Like we saw with the Maltet in 20X. But Sophia is like a Nihil Lunate kind of character that if we cap some stats, she could be a very universal boss killer that ignores mechanics. The FE8 Excalibur instead of FE7, the one with +5 speed. The chicken egg. Yeah, this is the great chicken egg. You can't skip to Zephiel because you have to hit the switches in the corners of the map to open his room in the first place. So there actually is some amount of, like, gameplay involved. We're gonna see if we can get, if these wyverns have proxy aggro. I'm fairly sure they do because I recall sending Lance here when I played No Damage Taken. And I can even, if they're not proxy aggro and they're group aggro, these two tiles are outside the reinforcement box zone, and I could, like, pull their attention with Shauna. But one tile east of Shauna is a reinforcement zone that I am, missing. But yeah, I really disliked the slow process of using my stat boosters in 21X. And you just had to like have Merlinus just to hold them all for you, so... I don't know, I can't move Faye any further north, so she's going to hold position. I also can't move these people any further north. But I can free range out this bishop, who just has a physic. I can walk through... The reinforcement zone is only 4 blocks high. They can walk through it once these wyverns are gone. But let's be careful and be out of the range of the wyverns. Let's free range him so he doesn't hit us. Don't want to take a random divine crit. Oh, I love how Astra just uses up her silver bow constantly. I wonder how quickly you could break the Moligear if you had Lyn proccing Astras with it. I don't think it would last very long. I actually think Self Squad, I might send them west and north. My main reasoning is that there is reinforcements that will spawn from south. Which tiles? It's around here. There's like a T formation of spawns. And I want Faye to take care of them. Just got here and Lyn's here. Yeah, Lyn's here. That's just the kind of thing that happens in this hack. Okay. Just dodging the skirting an edge of a reinforcement zone right here. There's one like 4 tiles tall that Geese and Faye are on the north and south bounds of. But Geese is the unit I do want to use this chapter for Lancebreaker. I'm just waiting for groups of wyverns that exclusively use lances. Stop removing. I'm trying to end my turn, Elfin. Elfin, I'm trying to end my turn. Elfin. Elfin. Thank you. I was just hitting end turn manually to see how long it would take Elfin to end his turn. It's like a joke. He's a character. Man, you really get to play like with 18 units this chapter with the Elliewood B team. Although it's meant to be like a large scale, like big war chapter, so it kind of makes sense. Reminds me of a Clash from FE9. Why is Rebecca here? Because I decided that the Forayan Knights that serve Eliwood would be represented by some of the FE7 cast, so Lowen and Rebecca are canonically Wolt's parents. And they hang out with Eliwood, and then I guess they made Eliwood not sick enough to fight, so Eliwood went to Sake to go get the bully gear for me. Oh, thanks for watching the VODs, Miyako. I'm actually surprised at how much attention the VODs have been getting. Actually, I just want to take a moment and say how I'm genuinely appreciative of how many people have been watching me stream this. Because I decided to start YouTube streaming as a way to record for video making. And maybe have a person or two keep me company while doing so. And it's been very delightful how people have been kind enough to keep me company and also like enjoy this stream for its own content. Oh, I can use the Maltet. Yeah, let's use this. Do they have range weapons? How many can I fight at once? There's a spear. Brave. A lot of dangerous weapons. Let's not take them all on at melee range immediately. But let's at least take on a few of them. I can't go any further east in these mountains without triggering a reinforcement zone, though, so we're going to go about this far, the Maltet. You mean low in birth to disappointment? You don't have to go on Wolt that hard! Maltet is 1-2 range. No! I didn't even notice! That's such a buff! Okay, that's actually kind of cool, that's a 1-2 range weapon, because it makes it stand out more as an S-rank weapon when it's only gives +5 skill normally. So to be kind to this game, I think this is actually a great change, because otherwise the Maltet is kind of just like a... It's not as exciting as like +5 strength or +5 defense, even if it's very accurate and consistent. It's from Ember. Depression, you always take the wind out of my sails. I want to say something nice about this game from a balance perspective, and then it's just the things I actually like are from Ember. Over and over again, it just keeps happening. Oh, it's so nice that Maltet's a Javelin. It stands out as a legendary weapon. No, it's an Ember change. Well, Ember did a good job with that. I appreciate that Ember made that a 1-2 range weapon. Everything I said stands still, just the attribution for the praise goes elsewhere. Add another to the counter. The Ember did it first counter. Okay, we're gonna back up slightly because we want all these guys can just go bonk themselves on Faye. Whoa! Huh? Hey, what's going on with this 20 strength bishop? What do they do in the monastery all day? Pump straight iron? Damn! Dude has no idea how to be a bishop. He's got D light, but like he's like a martial master. Like a retired war veteran decided to find God. He's like a neutral baron. Like he's bad at light magic too. That's the funny part. Can he even use his physic? Wait, physic was nerfed to C staff? Physic is not C staff, and the GBA era physics are all B rank, aren't they? And then they were changed to C rank in Tellius? It's Renault? Yeah, it's Renault. This is Renault. So he has just enough weapon rank to use his inventory, and otherwise he has an A rank, and he's like a martial master. It's 20 strength. In FE6 it was C rank. Positive it's B rank. Okay, so we have we're contested in chat. Let's just go look this up. Let's resolve this. I'm curious. Because I'm pretty confident that it's B rank in FEGBA. So let's see, FE6, stabs, physic, it's B rank. The physic is B rank in FE6. C rank may be from, maybe you're thinking if it's that way in Ember, maybe you're thinking it's that way in Tellius, but in GBA it is B rank. Did I forget to reclass? Okay, let's just back. We'll let Faye take care of all of these guys. Or I could like drag him towards Elfin and get Elfin EXP as like a bit. drag like one enemy towards Elfin. Do I even deal damage? I have the Virtuous Light! That's effective against magic foes. I've not been like using that. Yeah, sure. Elfin, let's get you your capstone skill, whatever it is. It's like Night Tide or something strong. Okay, let's pull these guys back. We're gonna send them north once Fae is cleared out, so that they don't interfere with our reinforcement stuff. I like how we missed one, because they have Duelist Blow, but then the second one-shot. They're really hard to hit. Wyverns are super hard to hit because they have Duelist Blow for some reason. But Maltet's high hit rate is really helping. I guess if I want to say a positive thing about Wyverns having Duelist Blow, it encourages player phase solutions like Air Caliber and Bows to be a little bit better. When otherwise it's easier to deal with Wyvern packs with just hand axe enemy phase in vanilla. Physic being C in Tellius also makes it not too difficult for your promoted foot mages like Soren in FE9 to take over staff duty, because they don't need to train their staff rank very much. Did I get the promotion for Roy? Yes, I'll show you Roy. Roy has an infinite use fire emblem. It's equivalent to a fire tome, and the animation for it is really fun. I can't show you the animation for it without moving Wendy, because there's a reinforcement zone if I go any further to the east. Well, I could use a dancer to show you the animation, actually. Okay, I can show you the animation. Give me a second. It's worth looking at. It's a fun animation. Finger gun. Blam. He just points at them. And I can either rescue back or use a dancer or both. Because I'm also quite tempted to kill this guy. And then I have 2 mounted units that I can use to fetch them and bring them out of the reinforcement zone area. You only trigger reinforcement zones if you end your turn with a unit standing in them, but as long as they're not in the zone when you hit end turn, it's like fine. It doesn't like run the check for whether you're standing in there until the end of the turn. Otherwise the reinforcements would be like instantaneous, and that wouldn't be very fair. Yeah, Roy just straight up blasts them. Are you holding Roy or are you holding Sophia? I was thinking that I'm kind of done north, so I could bring people south. Air Caliber and recover. This guy could also fight Elfin. We just need to keep Elfin healed. And he can get some EXP. He got remove. I'll get a skill very soon. Oh, I have the Tiana's Rod. Let's use this recover. I can also move Ray forward 1 tile, and that would give I can't. How about this tile? This would give Anathema. So -10 avoid to help Elfin land his hits despite the weapon triangle disadvantage. Faye can't move any further north without triggering reinforcements, but she can stand here and... I should have killed an archer, actually, because they have longbows. That's fine. We can, maybe pull longbow archer elsewhere. This reinforcement zone is 4 tall right here. So, it's demarked by this mountain. This mountain is the height of a reinforcement zone. We can bypass it. And maybe, pull this guy in to fight Lyn, because Lyn doesn't care about longbows, because she also has free range. Can you use remove to stack Elfin's ring buffs? Presumably, yeah, you could use like all of these in 1 turn if you just trigger remove, and he has a, right now it's a 30% chance to get remove, and because his luck cap is clearly 30, You could get up to a 40% remove chance. Answering gonna suck. No, they're good. Phila's Might is 10 flat damage, Nini's Grace is 10 flat defenses, and I don't know how good Thor's Ire is in terms of the amount of crit you get, but the amount of defense and might you get is actually really substantial. We just haven't been using it because we haven't needed it. By the time we got Dancer Rings, we were very strong. Yeah, well, they're still going for Fae because Lightning Strikes back. We tested Nini's Grace, and it was the same as FE7. We didn't test the other ones. That's rally movement, I think. Basically like a really advanced shove. Yeah, rally movement. Last you checked in, you were just starting the Fae project. Oh, I have something to show you. As a quick overview, she has Renewal to heal. Boon heals statuses automatically. Fortune prevents her from getting crit. Miracle makes her survive if a random proc would hurt her. And she's faster than you think because of Kestrel stance, giving 4 attack and 4 speed. Now, I want to move her to the bottom right kind of area without triggering any reinforcements. So I can have Florina carry her around. Florina will actually be useful. And in the meantime, I'm going to body block with Lyn so that we can strike back at free range and take care of these longbow guys, because they don't really hurt me or anything. They're pretty weak. So how north can I stand? If I stand here, that body blocks, and it's still south of the reinforcement zone, and they cannot reach Fae. We can go pick up Fae with Florina and do some flying around. Now let's be very careful, there's a reinforcement zone 4 tall here. I'm running past it, and I'm staying on the edges. Elderly Hawkeye would have gone hard. You know what? True. Say one about Vanilla, but wasn't Broken Mess. Yeah, FE6 has a lot of problems, but it's definitely a bit more coherent. It plays better because it's less broken. Is Florina an S? No, she's not. She's just nothing. She is essentially a rally bot. She can move people around and she can use rally speed. Now, if you're asking if she was any good in the Sakaean chapters where I only had a few units, no, because it was all nomads, and she doesn't have a Delphi shield. So, she was bad. She exists to hit rally speed. That's it. That's all she can do. Isn't this item like a pointless Knight's Crest or something? Yeah, but Juno has a winged sword, not a winged spear. A winged sword of like 14 might effective weapon. Okay, they changed the Knight's Crest to 5,000 gold, which is basically what it is, because you would get the Knight's Crest and you would sell it and you would get 5,000 gold. Just gonna... Can I not drop who I'm holding? Where's the drop command? Shouldn't there be a drop command for the forest tiles? Oh, are these thickets? I thought you could stand on these. That's why I can't drop. I knew that these dense ones were you couldn't stand on, but I thought these triple forests was standable. Okay. That's on me. I was having a silly moment. And I'll just gotta let Sophia fight this one wyvern. That's all. And then I'll go back and I'll pick up Roy and bring Roy down here. Otherwise, this gang can just kind of return vaguely centered, so they don't trigger any of the eastern reinforcements when they start coming. We'll have Geese take care of them because he has Lancebreaker. Speaking of, Geese can start going south really soon, so we'll do that in a moment. We'll just take care of these longbow guys first. Okay. We've gotten rid of most stuff on the map that aren't the triggered reinforcements. We do have to trigger, like, 30 reinforcements. A number I did not exaggerate. I did. It's only 29. I'm sorry, I lied to you. Gale's squad is 5. And then there's a really big box surrounding Murdoch that spawns 8 a turn for 3 turns. So 29. My voice is going. Let me have some water. Maybe I could also move my microphone closer and speak a little quieter. Okay. Still have the reinforcement zone map over my other monitor. I want to hit them accidentally. There's one just south of this mountain. There's a box right here that summons Gale. How much game is there remaining? 21X, 22, 23, 24, and Final. In Vanilla, that was 5 chapters. In Vanilla, Final is something you do in 1 turn because you walk up to Edun and she loses to level 1 Roy. Technically my Roy was level 2 in No Damage Taken, but you get the idea. She loses to a completely untrained Roy, is the important thing to communicate there. Who deals with Gale? We already can recruit Gale, but we need someone to kill the goons. This is outside the... We can bring Geese there, we have Sophia, we have a wide assortment of people. We certainly don't need to do anything as ridiculous as commit Faye to it. Especially if they're no longer ambush reinforcements, they might be ambushes. They might still be ambushes. Let's treat them as if they're going to be ambushes, and make sure we have people like our dancer somewhere safe. Same would go for characters like Clarine and Roy and such. We could leave Wendy in range of the ambush. It would be very unlikely that they could kill Wendy on account of her 29 defense and high evasion. Yeah, I feel like Edon's gonna have 10 million skills, and I'm gonna either walk up with Faye, or if I could just use like a Luna, Nihil, Sophia. But considering Faye has effective against dragons, I'm just gonna guess that Faye is a really good dragon killer unit, and we just need to weaken Edun enough to where Roy can finish off. Of course, that's gonna be wacky, because if Edun can be hit by skills, we might accidentally kill her with the Dragon Fang. The Binding Blade isn't effective against Edun. Goodbye, Roy's niche. I guess Roy is good as a generic unit, but is no longer a final boss killer, then? That's weird. Anyway, let's go trigger Gale. Next turn, because right now, Shauna holding someone might, get blown up. So is this forest safe? Hold on, let me look very carefully at the map and orient myself. Okay, this forest is safe, but if we go much further right, we'll trigger Gale. Have I done any silly capture shenanigans? Yeah, the reason that Faye's not supposed to have a Firestone, the reason Faye is so broken is that we captured a Manic Heat and got her a Flamestone. She'd still be extremely good, mind you, with the Eternal Breath, but at least she would be limited. Isn't that the entire point of the Binding Blade? Yes. Yes, it is. What have you missed? Not much. We're just kind of slowly going for Chapter 21. We've just been chatting, having a good time. Elliowood's squadron came here with, you know, like Lynn and Lorena and Lowen and such. Okay, we can trigger Gale soon. I'm just gonna get my dancer out of the way, and then once Gale's dealt with, we can bring her. So if we go onto this tile, in the meantime, we can trigger Gale and fight this Manic Heat simultaneously. Because I'm looking at the map, and if I stay here, yeah, this is within the Gale zone. It's the Engage map, true. This map is in Engage. It's okay in Engage. It's kind of fun to use the, and when I do this map in Engage, I like to use the Hurricane Axe. Like, Ike, Great Ether, Hurricane Axe to kill, like, 5 wyverns in 1 smack. That's really satisfying. If you haven't played Engage, the Hurricane Axe is it's like an air caliber, but it's also an axe, but it's also a super high might great weapon that can't double. You combine all of those things with Ike having an AoE channel that happens at the start of your turn, you can just basically charge up a giant wyvern killing dunk and let it loose, and it's really satisfying. I never found it to be too grindy in Engage because I was able to really effectively go through the groups of wyverns. Anyway, does Gale attack Melody? Do I have to move Melody somewhere safer so, like, Gale doesn't kill her? Wouldn't it be really funny if Gale killed her? Maybe I could try and be out of range as some of the wyverns would be in range of Gale. Where's Gale spawn? It's this tile? Is Gale. Presumably he has 8 tiles of movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 hit. If he goes north on Wendy, it'd be really funny. I'll try and drag him towards Melody without having them, you know, be in range of everything. And if she dies, if Gale kills Melody, that would just be peak comedy. And I think I will laugh. And I will enjoy it. Lancebreaker Geese is on the way, skirting the reinforcement zone. Armads can help him fight wyverns. Yeah, I think this map is silly with the reinforcement zones and tiptoeing around them. I think it's a little silly. I don't know how it works in Engage, to be honest. I've never, like, looked at a reinforcement map in Engage, or had trouble with it in Engage. I just kind of burned through wyverns. Well, there's Gale. They're all wyvern lords. His goons used to be regular wyverns. Oh, they didn't move. Okay, so can... I miscounted tiles! I miscounted! Oh, I counted badly! Oh, I miscounted! I counted 8 when it was 9. I meant to talk to him on turn 1. Okay. We're at plan B, we're gonna drag him. Ooh. He can hit geese. Hey, Gale. It's Gale's Force! See? Gale? He's Gale? Gale Force? It's Gale? Oh, okay. I'll shut up. Impale. So he might just kill whoever he fights. These have Brave Swords. These are really dangerous. There's an Armor Slayer. All of this is really dangerous, actually. I can kill the one with the Armor Slayer. But it's hard to isolate Gale and get him to come towards me when he's flanked by all of these guys. Especially because, I can't freely use geese when they have swords. Well, I can move geese in range of one of them. They'll throw a spear at him. Best I can do is really crappily throw a hand axe back. Is Gale good? Well, he has Gale's Force. He's high strength, he has Death Blow, he has Impale, he has Gale Force. His stats are pretty high. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and say that he's excellent, because you can fix the speed by buying Speed Wings in this chapter, and have a kind of like a 28 speed, high power, Gale Force, high mobility, Omni weapon, oh no swords, but capped out weapons. No, Gale's an excellent unit, because he can use the Armads, he can use the Maltet, he can fly, he can Gale Force, you know, all around stats. Yeah, he's good. We might end up killing him though. I go straight north from Melody and dance to get closer. Yeah, so I forgot to, like, drop my dancer somewhere. I'm having issues. Just get rid of the Armor Slayer guy. Wendy can probably do well into the rest. I just want to have other ones try and, like, peel off individually onto some juicy looking targets to cause the distribution of the... Why is this guy's weapon ranks are crazy? Gonna try and encourage their distribution of resources to be on various other units here. Durandal Roy will be a target. Get some people to safety. And if we just end up killing Gale, we just end up killing him. I don't really need him to beat the game, but right now, Merity goes in there, she fucking dies to these various weapons. She only has a dodge right there because of a darting blow, but she gets cooked hard by these guys, overwhelmingly powerful weapons and stats and death blow and all that if they attack me on their turn. Imagine if he's non-aggressive, he might be. They did that for Tate. Sorry, they call her Thea in this hack. The Pegasister in Chapter 11 was non-aggressive. Well, I can let Merity fight one Wyvern without getting cooked, but she will eat a Death Blow Brave Sword, which will do a lot of damage. So I'll make sure I have a Lance out, and I can survive it, kinda just. And we'll see what happens, and if Gale dies, well, it was at least funny. Yeah, I don't know why they went with this spelling. They used all of the spellings from Ember, but I would have preferred just be Gale, like in Gale Force. I actually know a Gale in real life. We used to play D&D. He would Dungeon Master at his place. I haven't talked to him in a while. I think the last time I talked to him was when I asked for like a reference for my security check. But I kind of miss playing Dungeons & Dragons with the guy. Gale's non-aggressive. They made Gale non-aggressive. I mean, I can't complain. He has, like, a lot of dangerous skills, because he could just, like, kill anyone with Pierce. So, from a gameplay quality of life perspective, sure. Giving him non-aggressive makes him not kill you. But also, it's really funny how he's like, kill them all, don't even give them time to scream, and they just like hangs out and does not attack you. Gwendolyn? Yeah, Cringe-Dolyn. So I guess Gale didn't want to fight. Bonk. Hi. Is he not recruitable but also non-aggressive? I didn't bring Zeiss. Is it Zeiss who recruits him? Is it Guinevere that recruits him? Does he have a talk in his, a talk? I thought he was playable. I'm not gonna regret killing him and just moving on, by the way, because I can easily just, you know, beat the game without using him. But I'm curious what the recruit condition is, and recruitable later. Later? Don't kill him? Deadass? You think it's like Douglas? Okay, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and say that this is not very clearly communicated. It's a little silly how he's non-aggressive and you don't kill him, but we'll just, like, have a pet Gale, put him on a leash, and hang out with him for the rest of the, chapter. No cap. I bet- wait, do you think you could capture him, take his stuff, but not release him, because releasing would actually, like, go through with the kill action, and then get, like, a free Brave Lance? I don't need it, I'm not gonna do it, but... like, do you think that works? Anyway, Lancebreaker Geese is going to be fighting reinforcements. The reinforcement zone that we're worried about is this tile is the top left corner of it. That will spawn 8 Wyverns a turn for many turns in a row. We're going to have Faye take care of the southern ones, and Lancebreaker Geese with the eastern ones. We'll start triggering them soon. Hey, I have a question and a concern. Why? Why was he non-aggressive towards Wendy? And then he just walked over and, like, almost killed Roy. Well, good thing our Roy is as trained as he is. He's non-aggressive, but only if Melody is in his attack zone. Melody was not in his attack zone the first turn, and then we was the second turn. So, Rick, it's whatever you just said was not a measurable experience. That just happened. Gale's a ladies' man. He won't attack woman. Maybe Gale's just scared of Wendy. I had that happen in Vanilla, too, where when we were doing this chapter, No Damage Taken, in one attempt, Gale attacked turn 1, but in the other attempt, he ignored Lilina. And I had to player phase him with the Air Caliber. So he might have the same AI that Klein and Garrett and Tate have, where they have a chance to not attack. Yeah, I'd be scared of Wendy. You want to fight Wendy? Fuck no! You think you have a shot against this? No shot. Anyway, so Gale's dead. Moving on to For Life. So, could you recruit Gale? If Gale has to survive to recruit him, could you just avoid the Gale reinforcement zone? It's actually only 4 tall. I could have feasibly avoided it. Faye and Florina right here on the north and upper bounds of it. Whatever. I'm going to go trigger some of the other reinforcements now. This triggers a wave. Lancebreaker Geese will come in. Bring down a Dancer. We might use Lilina, because this bolting guy is really annoying. We want to solve this bolting guy either with Warp or maybe just our own bolting, because we don't want to get hit by a Glacies proc focus crit bolting and die. Less opportunist. So let's get someone to solve that. Well, we'll fly Roy. He needs to seize, so let's bring himself as well. Hey, where's the reinforcements? I promise you that Florina is in a reinforcement zone right now. I used this tile in my No Damage Taken run. I'm looking at the map, it's... What happened? Well, I can move deeper into it, but not much deeper, probably getting hit by bolting. Although, can he hurt Faye? What's his crit rate? Only 11? What's Faye's luck? Faye's 30 luck. We can't get crit and we survive Glacies and we have a regen, so let's just like wander in. Let's hold the plus res stone, just like wander in there and see if there's any of the reinforcements. Also, Shauna's our shopper. Members card and silver card. We're gonna buy 15 pairs of boots. We'll give 5 to a Dancer, 5 to Faye, 5 to Roy. Then we're gonna buy some speed wings and cap out Sophia's speed, Faye's speed, etc, etc. Bring our Lancebreaker unit over, in case units actually show up. There are no reinforcements here. Are the reinforcements removed from this map besides if I've been tiptoeing around reinforcement zones that don't exist? Were the reinforcement zones improperly ported into the engine of FE8? I'm gonna go check the ROM real quick. Did he just not put... Because I see in the unit placer that the reinforcement groups of wyverns are programmed in the unit placer, at least, but is the event properly configured on the map? I'm checking on the map right now, and there should be a reinforcement box around Murdoch. So, what's going on with that? The range of it is correct. I'm checking the event right now. When any player unit stops in range, turn off temporary flag 10. Okay, well what's temporary flag 10 do? Does that properly spawn reinforcements? Let's go ahead and check which one is 10. Okay, so it looks like the guy did the flags incorrectly. Because I'm checking the reinforcement spawn event that's supposed to spawn those reinforcements in for this reinforcement zone, and it's not checking flag 10, it's checking flag 28. Which is very much not the flag we were just talking about. It looks like it's weirdly configured, because the event that spawns the wyverns from this reinforcement zone, when that event runs, it turns on flag 10. However, stepping into the zone just turns off flag 10. The event never runs anything, because the event only runs if flag 28 is on. Yeah, he just made the event wrong. The event flags are configured incorrectly. He used the wrong flags and then didn't test them. Surely I'm not the only one who's played this hack! Is no one else reporting this bug? I already think it's like... Because I can understand that maybe the creator warp skipped it and like had an oversight. Shouldn't like the second person to have played this chapter said, hey, where are the reinforcements? I'm not the second person to have played this chapter. Multiple people have beaten this hack. Are they not reporting this bug? Is the guy not fixing them? Wouldn't the guy who's claimed to have played Binding Blade 10 times? I mean, the events are all coded into the ROM too. None of the events are missing. The event zones are correctly sized, the reinforcement positions are correct in terms of placement and quantity. The wyverns are there, they're just not configured to run. Oh no. I'm gonna go shopping now. I'm going to buy 15 pairs of boots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 pairs of boots. I'd like to buy some speed wings. Faye is 17 speed, so let's get her capped. By buying 2. We could use like 3 for Sophia, so let's buy 3 more. 5 of the boots are for Faye, 5 are for Roy, and 5 are for my dancer. Now, we're gonna cap speed on Sophia, cap speed on Faye. We have a little bit of money left. How about we buy... We can buy Dragon Axes here? That's kind of cute. We'll just use Armads. That's new. That wasn't always there. Dragon Axes are really strong, by the way, because that's a 36 might weapon against a Wyvern. It's no boots cap, 15 move. So 5 boots onto a 6 move unit will hit the cap of 15 move. Why don't I... Remember my no damage taken run? I could buy some Boltings for Lilina. Boltings are really good. You can just kill stuff from 10 tiles away. So I'll buy a few Bolting Tomes. Alright, anything else that we want? Do we want to maybe, like, boot up a 4th unit? I already kind of bought the stuff that I want for me, so if chat has any strong preferences for something that would be funny to do here, go ahead and tell me. Body rings for capture. I don't think there's anything else I want to capture for the rest of the game. But it would be funny. Wendy has most of her stats capped. Eclipse time? Ooh, it's the Sacred Stones Eclipse. It only halves damage. It's pretty difficult to hit. But if you hit, it would be good. Capture Zephiel. That's funny. Zephiel is 20 con. Do you think he's capturable? How much con does our Geese have right now? 16 because he's had 1 body ring? I'll buy 2 body rings for Geese. You've convinced me. I think it's funny. Orion's Bolt? That's just the promotional item for a archer or a nomad. Skill books for Sophia for Luna hits. Sure. I'll buy a couple. Don't know how many she can use. I think she's around 20 skills, so I'll just buy a couple of those. Don't need higher con, maybe. Promote Sue, I have bad news for you. Capture Murdoch? I don't think... He has a PRF weapon, we can't use it, but yeah, I bought some body rings as a joke. I'll just buy a couple more pairs of boots, we'll find someone to give them to. Okay. Well, we bought a lot of items. I'm not gonna move anyone else in right now because we're kind of waiting for this bolting guy to run out of bolting. So we're gonna hang back. Ow, Glaciers! Do you see why I've been terrified of bolting sages the entire game? I have 40 res, and I just took 27 damage from a bolting. Because of this crap. I don't even know how it did that much damage. Glaciers only should have had 17 damage, but like, sure. I guess I also had Opportunist and stuff like that. Have I tried to use SRPG Maker? No, but I know that some stuff was made in it, like Kaga's Visteria Sagas, were SRPG Maker games that I have in my Steam library that I have not played. Fetid Claw the Sage to Dead. I like how you speak, that's funny. I'm considering it. Do these armors move? Because if I get caught with my pants down with the Fetid Claw out, I don't want to like randomly die to an armor knight. But he's still going to fire boltings for at least 1 more turn. So we can test to see if the armors move or not. We just need to be outside of range of the Commander X. Boink. Dragon Fang crit. They move. Lacey's proc. Okay, I don't think do I even double him? Does he get weighed down by the bolting so I can double him with the Fetid Claw? I can't double him. If I use the Fetid Claw and then get hit by Finbolvittoid bolting, or Glaciers, I just die. So, sorry about the Fetid Claw. It's because I haven't used those Speed Wings yet. I need those Speed Wings. Dragon Fang's the worst crit. Yeah, but it can stack with crit, so it has its own merit. Now, Murdoch is a real tanky guy. He negates our crits. He has a Worm Slayer, which is really bad for Fae. I meant to rescue, not rally, but I can do a dance and then I can rescue. So let's actually bring some people down there. A lot of characters have had super bugged weapon ranks in this. We joked earlier about Bishop having A and everything, about how he was secretly like a retired veteran like Riddle in FE7. How many turns do I have? Oh, I'm only halfway from my budget. Oh, I feel a sneeze coming. Did that get picked up? I have like a noise suppression thing on these days. NVIDIA RTX voice. Like, block some background noise. So I don't know if sneezes get picked up on mic now. Okay, clearly people heard me sneeze. Discord blocks sneezing sometimes. The suppression technology Discord uses to crisp, I don't like it that much because it can block laughter, for example. If I laugh like an animal, it won't get picked up sometimes. Oh, he can't Wormslayer me if I'm fighting at range. Here the whole time I was worried that, like, Faye gets hit really hard by the Wormslayer, but she doesn't. I can only fight the Commander Axe. So I can just fight with the Flamestone until he dies. Supposedly, because of his Vantage Plus, he can't be crit according to the game, but I still display a crit rate, so I'm not sure how this is going to work. The Murdoch versus the chicken. His seal defense means he actually did damage to me, but like... Renewal, turn on the animations. I have to fight with someone else to show you Murdoch's animation, because Faye, I could use the Divine Stone, just to show the animation then, because the Flamestone doesn't give me an animation. I don't even double with that. It's crazy how much worse it is. Well, let's just do it so we can see. Oh, Murdoch looks cool. Damn, he's cool. Look at him. Another one. We'll use the Flamestone now. I can also rally speed. Can I kill with Roy? I can try. No! Lorm's in range! I forgot he has free range from the Commander Axe. Do I have a rescue staff? If they're on Roy. Oh no, 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 no. I forgot he has free range. I was having too much fun. We need to kill him here. I'm making a save state because he might Great Shield me. And this is the one time I am willing to like abuse the RNG because I just made a mistake when I was like trying to show things to the viewer and I don't know. It's fine. I thought he was supposed to be immune to crits because Vantage Plus read immune to crits. I guess that was wrong. Oh, you don't have to seize. Huh. I guess they're playing it like Roy was the one fighting. Damn, Murdoch is rizzing him up right now. Oh, it was a scripted crit. He only died to the Dragon Fang. Or was it an actual crit? Based on the damage number you see, you can tell if it was an actual crit or not. But sometimes it's an actual crit. Stolen Valor. True. Wait, wasn't Roy supposed to talk to Meridian's Ice right there, or does it happen at the start of 21X? Either way, we have a lot of items to use. I didn't talk Fellywood? Ah, I forgot, sorry. To be fair, I forgot he was on that map. Yeah, I have lockpicks. I heard that the S-ranks from FE7 are here. In vanilla, there's like Manicheets in the chests like hiding there. Is this no longer a fog chapter? Did they remove the fog? Well, that's an absolute blessing. And some of these chests are not out of the way. I can still warp skip this and still open some chests. The Eliwood talk combo is the recruitment in PE. That's funny. Why is Faye, like, over here? They're, like, on the ritual, like, altar. Anyway, there's no fog. I can just kind of warp our baby chicken in there and take him out. Open Roy. Let's use some items. We have some stat boosters to use here. Give Roy some movement so he can keep up with Faye and such. We have a few boots. Eliwa and Guinevere are in Project Ember at the very end, to my knowledge, but you only get one of them. I don't know if that's correct, it's just what I've heard. The Fire Emblem is an infinite use Fire Tome exclusively for Roy. It does use your magic stat, and it's only as strong as a Fire Tome. It also has a cool finger guns animation. Ray has dialogue with his boss, probably just Archmage shit then? One second. Alright, we also have boots to use on Lauren. She's already used one earlier in the game. We have more boots than I thought. There's some stat boosters we could use on Sophia. What are your current stats? Her skill is higher than I thought. Bought like a couple secret books to cap it for Luna hit rates. I want to cap her speed so she could be a kind of a Luna, Nihil, boss killer. Pretty good stats. I could give her some of the stray boots. I like Sophia. I don't mind. Like Windy would also be a candidate for stray boots, but I think the Nihil Luna has more potential to use stuff against like Zephiel and all that if I want to. I could carry Eclipse as a joke. We'll replace it with Apocalypse pretty soon. Let's get Faye her stuff back. Her beloved Fetid Claw cannot go to waste. We also seem to have an energy ring and some other stuff. So I'll just like, so we don't need to train Roy anymore. Make sure he has high stats to use the Binding Blade well. Anything else? Wendy's like worst stat is her skill. So I could give her like the Stray Secret Book. Why not? Her skill's not that high, she's holding the multi, it's actually 23. That was like a fake good skill. Are there any good Fog of War maps in the series that you like? I like Fog of War maps where you have a lot of ability to use tools in the game to give yourself vision. I dislike Fog of War maps where you're completely blind. Like the cave in FE10, I really dislike, because you have very little vision. Your vision is like 2 or 3 tiles in most units, but you can move 7. I think that's very bad fog. You also don't really have torches. Speed wings on the chicken. Did I not do that yet? Oh, thank you. I gave her boots, but not her 2 speed wings. Hacks for beginners. Okay. Unironically, this is not a self-shilling vanity moment, but if you go and play Blessed Heart My Romhack, you can play casual mode toggle, and you can play on normal difficulty, and that combination makes it very, very, very approachable. There is a casual mode bug where your supports will reset if a unit goes down, so that's the only thing I can warn you about, but that's a very, very easy entry point. It plays pretty similar to FE8. Do I have any other stat boosters? 2 body rings. Let's check Geese's con. Yeah, it's at 16 like I thought. Let's get that bad boy up. Double or nothing, I have not played that. Is the con cap higher than 20? I could have gotten extra to be able to like capture a bunch of people. I thought con would cap at 20, that's my bad. I guess con caps at like 25 or something. Maybe I missed my opportunity to capture Zephiel. Why is a Fey Claw available? It's not normally. I captured one. Is it any good? No. Only Fey can use it and it's bad. Yeah, I didn't realize the con cap was 25. I overlooked that. Let's carry a Tomahawk and like a Fresh Sword Reaver in case Geese gets any more action before the game is over. Oh yeah, the Sword Slayer! That's a good weapon. Can I use it? Maybe not. Is Hetya's Quest the, that's a roguelike style one, right? I have not played it. What happened to the... Okay, I do have the 4 blues. I stopped carrying Air Caliber. I never end up using the Wolf Beal or Armads on Lilina. We kind of never saw that meme through. She still has a C rank in her X. Ultimately, it's a funny gimmick, but it's not actually very good. It's cute, but not really required. Carry a couple Boltings, the 4 Blaze. Manakits can use monster weapons, yeah. You can have the Tiana stuff. Where is it? Oh, just sorry, get the physic then. I think I have the Tiana staff on Lilina, actually. If I get to deploy Yoder, I'll just give him some random crap I'm probably not going to use. Like this Fortify. And a Restore. Having Restores around doesn't hurt, certainly. How do monster weapons work? What determines a monster weapon? I think there's just a tag, like a checkbox, that is like a flag that says monster weapon, yes or no. And they decided that Manakite Stones would qualify as a monster weapon, so they made Fae, they made Manakites able to use monster weapons because they're not normally obtainable. I think the reason that things would qualify as monster weapons or not is because they don't have any sort of like regular description on their stats. They don't have weapon ranks, they don't have a weapon class. They exist outside of the normal weapon system. Can anyone use the Mola gear? Dayan has S. Rebecca has S. Lynn has S and S. I forgot that Lynn has stat boosters on her. I guess I could deploy a Lynn if it means that I get to use the Brave Bow and the Mola gear. That sounds okay, she is free range. That's like a doable deploy. You can also deploy like Ellie would, just because Roy doesn't need the Durandal once he has the Binding Blade. He's kind of set with the Binding Blade, right? So Lynn would be strong. I'm forced to bring Zeiss. Well, Zeiss and Meridia will probably be dropped and never brought again, but I could bring characters like Moligir Lynn for the rest of the game. I could bring like a Durandal Ellie Wood. That'd be fine. Double Astra on the Brave Bow. Theoretically, Lynn can shoot 20 times in a row with the Brave Bow if an enemy survives long enough. Which is enough to almost break it in one go. I still have a couple random setups, but we'll just deploy. Where's the Lena? He's here. I'm just gonna warp Fae. I know, controversial, I always warp Fae. Hammer works on the Binding Blade. Okay, doesn't work on the other legendary weapons, but there's not very much game left by the time you have the Binding Blade, so I don't really care that that works now. I'll probably just get Repair the Warp one more time, so I could do a couple warps this chapter. If I bought chest keys, I actually could have had Roy walk around opening boxes. At this rate, I'll need to send a Stolpa there as well, if I want to see what's in them. Magic Cap for Lilina. Fetid Claw! Okay, they actually hit me really hard if I don't use the magic one. I guess I have to fend off some of these enemies. Unpromoted as they might be, they still have like kind of really capped out stats. So they're actually like real units. Shot off the rally and the Roy support. Should do pretty well. Let's get Malta Windy over here. She's pretty strong. Oh, random other support I never got, sure. Okay, and this should be fine. Not expecting anything wacky or wild to happen. The hammer and a normal hammer. Interesting. Yeah, because the mercenaries give like no EXP because they're unpromoted. It's gonna be a low-level hero or something then. I don't mind repairing, I just think it's silly that the warp staff can be repaired, because it just like encourages you to skip the whole game. Alright, well we do have something to contend with over here, but we can bring some people over and we can fight them. About a fat Warblaze. One down. Marine hasn't fought in a long time. Oh yeah, they have point blank. I forgot that takes like... Sophia's the only person that can safely fight these guys, because they have, Oh, I have the Delphi Shield I've never used. Yeah, I can Delphi Shield. I still might get hit by Adept, though. But Sophia's Nihil means that she doesn't get attacked. Does Nihil not work? Nihil doesn't work on anything! This game sucks. Come on! I wanted Nihil to cancel point blank. At least cancel Adept? The game's so bad. Oh, it worked. So Nihil worked quietly, but didn't have a way of showing it in the combat forecast. But it still functioned as intended. Manicati sucks. I'm just gonna move Sophia so I can free range with the Mola Gear without getting in range of this sniper. Anyway, I'm gonna dance Lilina because it's fun to have her one-shot stuff with the 4-blaze, so I don't have to really fight it. Don't have to worry about the archers having extra crit or adept procs or anything if I just one-shot them. Roy, what happened to your Durandal? Hold on, we'll rally him first because I want Roy to get a kill for some EXP. These guys have a lot of speed. I need 27 effective speed. Can we get that? We can get that from rally. And we just take the Durandal out of the convoy and we chew him up. We're still not doubling. We'll have to dance then. Father had 28 speed right now. Oh, he even got soul. I do have 28 speed. What gives? He should only have 23. Durandal's weighing me down. I forgot that things have weight, and that they are heavy, and that you get weighed down by them. He healed like a lot, but we can chip him. Oh my god, the hit rate's miserable. I just 10,000% chance expect this guy to be dead. I guess I just have to use 4 Blades again. We'll just use Lelena to do 50 points of damage. That's her specialty. I have 1 extra speed wing that Lyn had, so we could cap Roy's speed. I'll use that convoy. Okay, well the initial rush of enemies is gone, and Faye's on the boss right now. There's still some people trickling in, but it's not a big deal. Okay, so who is it Bramamond? Hello! Probably Bramamond didn't get a turn there. Well, let's take a look at him. I really dislike that they, give these bosses crit skills. I think bosses should not have stuff like this. I think giving bosses crit is bad. Yeah, you can work around it. There's crit avoid and stuff like supports. You can attack at 2 range. You can, you know... I just, even though you can play around it, I just fundamentally disagree with giving crit to bosses. He has Tonebreaker, Tone Range +1, Grisly Wound, and Black Magic. Well, Faye cures statuses if she gets hit by one, so that's not that bad. Why did they not use the Bramamond sprite from FE7? Because they wanted to make him a Dark Druid, I guess. And they turned him into Leon. Huh? One moment. I guess they turned this into an 84 might weapon against Faye. How about we use Luna Sophia instead to fight Bramamond? Because then we can cancel his skills. We're faster than him. We have the Faye support, and we can pierce his defenses with Luna. Doesn't Faye have Miracle? Yes, she does. If we're gonna rely on Miracle, let's kill everything else. Oh, Aquapos has free range. He has Tome Range +1. These guys not attack? Why do these druids still have complete Fenrir's? Nihil should cancel Tonebreaker, in theory. Teleport Roy in there. If we need Sophia for Nihil, we could teleport in there. We could open Box of Astolfo. Where's our hammer and staff? It's probably on Marine, so we can repair the warp one last time. Skipping for these enemies, just walking. Since we have Miracle, we can just go in and blow him up. It's scary, but we survive it. I think. I've never had to use Miracle in Fae before, just to ensure the game functions as designed. I'll make a save state. They made him a Dark Druid, but they used a Leon Spray instead of going full Nurgle with it. I admit I was scared when I saw the 82. Maybe Faye is just invincible. Remember when I thought I would need Nihil to take out bosses like that? Nihil, Luna? Nah, just Faye. Yeah, Luna of a Shaman Head. I've used that sprite myself. I made a light dark class called Mystic in my own Romhack game, and I gave it that sprite. I made it like a branch version of a Shaman. Rather than having Summoner be accessible off of any Shaman in the FE8 engine, I made Shaman's branch between Druid and Mystic, so you get to choose which type of magic to pick up, Anima or Light. And to make Light more appealing, due to its low damage and high weight, I added some new special effective Light tomes. Like, I made one called Lumina that was effective against dark magic users, and one called Smite that was effective against dragons. HP or Luck % Miracle is stronger. This is strong. Because Luck % Miracle is random, and this works always. It's pretty busted. It's really strong. Is my Warp Staff at 1 use? Let's repair it. I'm going to rescue Faye. She's not in danger because we confirmed those druids don't move. They didn't even attack. Faye has been in their range earlier and they didn't attack. We were right on this tile and they did nothing. So if they did something right now, I would be shocked. See? Now, someone told me the chests are different than in vanilla, where they just contain traps, so I'm willing to go find out. Because in vanilla these contain Manicheets, but I'm told they contain treasure. Yeah, lockpick. Found one. Huh. I'm getting Apocalypse this chapter, though. There still are Manicheets in them! Jump scare! Jump scare! Okay, it's dead. Man, they really just stuffed Manicheets in boxes and called it a day. Do I care about these weapons? Is that FE8 Excalibur? Does it give +5 speed? Yeah, the vanilla chests are trapped. It being both loot and traps, definitely pretty funny. For gaming. Well, there's more chests up top that we could go to. I guess we're technically under attack right now by some enemies. I'll go hit it with 4 Blaze, because that's the funny way to take care of it. Oh. Going to go get some healing real quick. There's more chests up north. Hit you with the Maltet. I'm just kind of skipping through at this point because the thing that we're doing is fundamentally very slow. We're just kind of going for these chests. And I need to wait for Faye to catch up to, just in case the Manicheets are uncharacteristically dangerous for some unknown reason. Let's not worry his animations. I like them. If I can just move, those are dangerous. And we do know these druids don't move, but they're also freaking me out, so I'll probably just kill one with the Durandal, or... Yeah, it's EXP. I can kill with the Durandal. They don't kill me back. Do they have any random proc skills that could kill me? Vengeance? Would Vengeance kill me? It's not strong enough to kill, right? So even if I get Venged, that's okay. Do I get shot by a longbow or anything? No, so it's okay. I can get hit by Vengeance here and come out on top. Random Ether. Get some random more Rory EXP real quick. Then we'll open those boxes and then we'll probably just leave. I don't feel like hitting every chest. Yeah, there's weapons in them, but I don't think I need those weapons to beat the game. I already have a full, like, set of S-rank weapons. And these look like they're worse versions of them, probably. Roy has pretty good caps, I have to say. So I'm gonna heal Roy one more time, so that he can help deal with the Manic Beats for some more EXP. And then let's open these boxes. A Master Seal, that is so useless, oh my god. I was expecting a Manic or an item that was useful. Oh, two of them! I'm just ending. Yeah, I have no idea what those master skills are meant to be. Like, they're so useless at this point. You've been giving 10 million promotion items, and it's also like the end of the game. So isn't this like the evasion ring? That's a funny one to get last. Do you think they give you the power ring or something last? So Apocalypse will be funny. 28 might, if that's effective damage, 84. I want to see if we can have Sophia deal like triple digit damage or something. I want to hit a Wyvern for like 103 damage in chapter 23. Yeah, they're just forced because they're the Gaiden requirements in vanilla, so. Use the Fire Emblem. So do I lose the Fire Emblem here or replace it with the Binding Blade? Melody and Zeiss aren't force deployed there, but having them alive is a requirement for the Gaiden, so that's why they returned in the force deploys. I think it's funny that, like, in vanilla, it's like the first time you see Edun, and hearing about, like, Roy wanting the seal Edun, you've been hearing about it for, like, 15 chapters in this game. Or maybe I misremember the vanilla script, I don't know, it's been so long since I read it. Yeah, Lilina and Walt replace Merlinus pretty much constantly. Merlinus has not been cited since chapter, like, 7. I don't know. It's been a long time. I genuinely can't remember the last time I saw Merlinus. By the time we had Lilina, Merlinus was just gone from the story. He's not playable either, so he truly is gone. Got a Binding Blade. True, a Binding Blade. It's pretty strong. 1 to 3 range. I'll have hit rate. It's a crappy elixir as well if you want to do that for some reason, because that's what it does in vanilla for some reason. Beat Lin. No, Lin's good. The 7s are cute. The defense and res are pretty enormous. Because Roy's not very bulky compared to units like Wendy, who can take infinite hits. But with the Binding Blade plus Spectrum Stance, he'll probably survive a bunch of hits to Ever something back and heal. It's pretty good. Yeah, the writing in this is very formulaic and repetitive. Alright, I can't get rid of units that were previously important. But, let's eat Douglas, he's a big boy. Hold on, let's keep making this random collection of PRFs. Where's Bartray? Here, have a random PRF, okay. And give all. And then Douglas can be edible. Because I feel like eating him. I could eat a lot more people, like Florida. It's just we're past the point where we can even really use Spirit Dust, because we can't buy, any more boots. Like, Rebecca's, like, seen her. She's not useful anymore. We could eat Rebecca, we could eat Florina, yeah, we could eat all these people. Sure. Let's eat, like, a whole squadron, then. Yummy! Sol was too good to us. Sol was actually extremely critical. This made early game, like, possible. I can't eat him. Lorm is an orphan again. True! Okay, Elliewood, thank you for bringing me these lovely nights. They're food now. I don't even plan to use the Spirit Dust, I'm just eating them for, like, the the purpose of doing so. We don't even need this. We just want a nice meal. I guess you still can spend money at this point, because previously that was like the last shop. Jesus Christ, they're overlapping. Why are there 2 Shrine of Seals? Oh, you can still, like, buy, I guess, generic filler weapons. What about the shop? Extremely expensive tomes, because they didn't adjust the prices, but they sure will sell them for 10 million gold. The dust grinding is a really bad mechanic, I think. They either should have figured out that patch that allows you to save more than 50 playable units in the army, or they should have figured out a way that doesn't encourage you to kill 40 units over the course of the campaign like we have. The dust grinder is really silly. Magic just isn't a stat that means anything. Hence our 25 magic Florine, who we never even used for combat because we're just using Power Staff, and her skill stat is so terrible that she like didn't even have hit rates. Even with light magic. Which is kind of funny. But we gave Roy a bunch of magic, and that was useful for the Fire Emblem and the Wind Sword. Characters like Sophia and Helena kind of got enough magic by themselves. We still have like a random spare Goddess Icon and Energy Ring and crap. Let's definitely give the Apocalypse Tome. We only really need the Binding Blade now. The Durandal we could give to like Elliewood? We could use Elliewood. Just like as a spare S-rank sword, S-rank unit. He has some good skills, like Aether, I guess. He could be like another like Rally Spectrum character. There's probably a stack. He has a leadership star, that's nice. Sure. He'll be a filler character. I think the Dust Grinder is actually sillier than Shadow Dragon. We got Apocalypse, and we want Sophia to use it. Probably don't have this Eternal Tome. It's, like, pretty good. It gives, like, defenses when you get attacked, but we have other stuff. Well, I could keep it. Hey, we have Gespenst. These are so heavy. I should have bought her body rings. We could have done 16 Con Sophia to double with Apocalypse, or to at least, fight better with Luna. We should have saved her body rings. That's a mistake, I think. Because Luna weighs 10. It would have been a pretty funny universe to give 16 Con Sophia. Yeah, no, I overlooked the idea, but I bought body rings, I gave him the geese for capture memes, I should give them all to Zephiel. I'm not even capturing at this point. Oh well, I'm not going to worry too much about it. These overlapping castles are such a mess. Too close together. Silverblade fur, that's funny. As a map designer, do you calculate average unit stats of the units and balance around that, or do you do multiple run-throughs and adjust stats accordingly? It can be difficult to balance a map based on doing run-throughs, because like it can change a lot based on playstyle. You just have to go for like a general sort of balance, and then get opinions from... You need to have like other people play your maps if you're a map designer. Because your approach for the map, the units you use, how much you train those units can all have like very, very different effects on your perception of how good the map is. But you really need to like see other... Why are all these people showing up? You need to see a map from someone else's eyes and how they play it, and how they apply units to it. To have a theory of like how a map will play in someone else's hands. I think it's funny that Zephiel keeps referring to the forces of the Etruian army. It's like... I think of Roy's Lissy. I know he gets to lead the Etruian army, but it feels like it takes Roy out of the equation somehow. I like that these, yeah, I like this little dialogue here that they're telling you what the switches are. If that's, I don't know if that's vanilla, but that's good. Okay, so the chapter's very clearly explained. I'll have to bring Guinevere. Unfortunate. She's not gonna do shit. Bring Elliewood. Are there any, chests? There are. What could even be in them that I'd care about at this point? Like, what kind of loot could they put in here that I actually care about? Like, more stat boosters? I guess it's Magic Dust and the Guinevere. I don't think I care enough to use her. I'm gonna check what's in these boxes to see if I want to bother opening them. I find this chapter real quick. 22. Look at these, map objects, chests. A white gem, a sleep staff, a Nosferatu, a worm slayer, a dragon shield, and a sword reaver. I don't care. I'm going to open 0 of them. Bye, Astolfo. Let's bring Ray in case we need to X something. Carrying strength is strength in some games, but that ends up being strange in its own way. Because in FE9, where 1 point of strength is 1 point of con for carrying items, low strength characters end up being double screwed because they do low damage, but they also can't use good weapons. So like Myrmidons, like Mia. Mia's fucked. She uses like a slim sword. It's like, oh, don't give me a heavy weapon, I have like 2 strength. It makes it really awkward too, because Ike starts with like 5 strength in FE9 for some reason, so if he gets strength screwed, he also can't use heavier weapons, and swords are bad in Teleus. So let's send equal armies. How about Faye on one side and all the other good units on the other side? You can't deploy that many people to the left. So I could like let Faye kind of like solo left. Why is Zeiss here? Is he auto-deployed to the last chapter? Now, who's crap? Burin's pretty good. Who's crap over here? Well, Melody's not very good. Tona's pretty good. Who's not very good. East is mostly a capture maze. He has Armads, though. Just gonna move Guinevere. I kill Guinevere, true. Might just like let Faye lead the squad. Alright, I'm not thinking too much about the deploy. I think we're just gonna game. Not expecting many long-term, like long-range magic threats. There are like silencers or boltings or something from these stairs, but if you don't take too long, they're not threats. They're stuck there, so not really a big deal. There's a berserk here. We'll kill that guy with bolting on turn 1. Oh, it's Wolt! I think Wolt is the one playing the music here, because the music started as soon as Wolt disappeared, so I think that, like, Wolt is, like, in a band, and he's, like, ripping it on these instruments. Yeah! That's Wolt. Wolt's, like, shouting from the back. He's, like, playing the instrument, he, like, takes his mouth off the mouthpiece and shouts, "Yeah, boy!" Wolt appears for, like, one line in countless cutscenes. He's actually, like, way more common than 3 times in the script. But he doesn't, like, do much. He's just there. Oh yeah, Faye can move really far. I forgot. Oh hey! There's a wall here! Usually you have to go all the way around, don't you? Okay, well, I'm moving Faye. I think when you open Zephiel's chamber, there's, like, reinforcements from the spawn location? So I do have to take people away from spawn, or they, like, die. Probably a Project Ember change. You're probably correct. This chapter feels kind of lame, because there's still, like, unpromoted enemies. Just like, I don't know, I feel that takes some of the pizzazz out of it. It's like, ooh, look! Unpromoted enemies! Oh, let's look at Roy's Binding Blade. Animation's on. The throne room stair enemies stop spawning after turn 45 in vanilla, so you can open the door on turn 46 if you want to choose it. Like, if you want to hear about alternative con ideas that work pretty well, the 3 houses one is pretty similar to what you're thinking. They have like 5 points of strength, mitigate 1 point of weight. Big sip of water. Alright, Roy's pretty good now. And he's not in range for this other stuff. I don't know where the Roy battle animations are from. But Ember probably didn't make any original battle animations. Ember probably uses repository animations. So if an animation is shared from Ember, I don't think that's an issue. I think Ember's portraits were made by the people who made Ember. I remember reading up on that, on their documentation and who made the portraits. And they had someone do like the recolors and the redrawing. That was almost all one person. And those are not in the public repository, but as far as I'm aware, I don't know if Ember has any battle animations that were made for them, or not. I haven't heard of the battle animations being unique or not. Oh, I wanted to kill the Berserk Staff guy with bolting. I forgot. Well, if someone gets Berserked, I do have a Restore Staff somewhere. 21 hit. Excuse me? I have 133 hit. This guy only has 43 avoid. What? I can kind of hit other guys. Oh no! Tomebreaker? Nah. No, I disagree with this so much. What do you mean it's hard to kill them because they have Tomebreaker? It's so nice to be able to bolting those guys. Let me try and fix this. Roy support with Rally. $31. Fuck. So much about bolting the Berserk staff. That's a stupid change. Jesus Christ. I guess we're gonna get berserked. We'll just use a restore staff. It's not actually like a big deal. I'm more annoyed than this is an actual problem, because it's very easy to use Power Staff Clarine to fix issues like this. She doesn't even lose a turn for doing it, because she does Power Staffs. So while I made a big stink over the Tonebreaker there, that was more salt than the problem. Because the problem has already been fixed. I am salty though. Oh, I should try breaking down this cracked wall. How much HP does it have? We'll never know. 48. I'm not going to break the wall, because I have 15 move, and I can literally just go around it. I'm burning through my Eternal Stone just because like a lot of these enemies do magical damage, but the last mages are probably Brunio Squadron in 23. Why didn't the Berserk unit attack anyone? Because it would be really mean if they did that the turn they got Berserked. So it doesn't happen on the same turn. They move on enemy phase or something, I think, when they get Berserked. I don't really know how it works, but they only attack next turn. They give you time to fix Berserk before it's a problem. Binding Blade. That crit? Before I close his eyes before attacking. Yep. End of player phase, sure. It's been a long time since I got attacked by Berserk, so I don't recall how it worked. A cold Berserker would be a Berserker. True. Oh, he's fast. Why are you fast? Is the Binding Blade weighing us down? We have 24 speed and it's not enough. I can't get a rally speed there either. I assumed I would be able to double him. And I cannot. Anything I can do about that? I can hit him with bolting. If I can ever target him. Am I not in bolting range? No. We are not in bolting range. Did anyone else reach? Sophia! We have a unit. Wow, I want to see Apocalypse actually. Let's see the Apocalypse animation. I think he's dead. I think we threw him into a black hole. I think we like ripped him apart into his constituent atoms and dispersed them into the wind. I think that guy's gone. Kinda crush him with these S-rank weapons. You can use them a lot because they all have 40 uses. Would this Berserker crit Roy to death, potentially? Let's play it safe if Roy doesn't get to double them. Should have given him another speed wing. That's alright, let's just stay out of their range. Oh, can I free range some guys from across the wall, actually? That'd be funny. I might get attacked for it, but then I can just, like, rescue back. I have 4 range. Gear is 2 the free by itself, but bow range +1 makes longbow-type weapons go further, so we can 4 range with the Gear. and use it up entirely by rocking Astra. Interesting. 4 range should be the standard. Why is that your opinion? Would you care to explain it? I think it's funny that Larum has like a completely broken level 20 skill in Blood Tide, and we never even cared to get it, because we just kind of didn't need stuff like that anymore. You think archers should be far from the front line doing moderate but reliable damage? I could see that. Make them lean into the actual, like, chip damage thing more. Can I check the Binding Blade's 1 range animation? No. I could. For example, let's hit this guy with Apocalypse, and if he lives, I'll go hit him with Roy at 1 range, and I'll report back. Never mind. I'm gonna heal Roy. Oh yeah, they get the Power Staff. Oh, yeah, Chlorine Gaming sucks. Oh, I forgot about the Restore. Let's just answer back then. Actually, hold on. Take this. That's your job now. Let's keep killing stuff at 4 range because it's funny. As a counterpoint about the whole killing bosses thing, I think that bosses are badly done in most Fire Emblem in the first place. Engage actually has pretty good bosses because a lot of the time they move and they have the multiple health bars and everything, and they're more dynamic. They're harder to cheese at range, and they're harder to cheese with a single strong hit. But in FE6 style, yeah, if bows is long range, you can just attack bosses, but also I don't really care about boss fighting in FE6, I don't think it's like very good gameplay, so a cheese to them doesn't like bother me that much. That's alright, Obsidian, don't worry too much about it. So I want to look at this Binding Blade 1 range animation I was told about, so I'm gonna rally to 2 more strength on, and I'm gonna turn the animation on, and we're gonna one-shot this guy. Oh, I got Great Shielded. I'll try not to break the Mulligear. Yeah, no, Astra's so stinky in this game. We had a huge problem with Lyn breaking like 2 silver bows during the 2 Sakayan chapters. When Lyn rejoined our army, she had 0 bows in her inventory because she had broken them all. I want someone to heal Roy. Oh, Lyn, but that's why Lyn is Bowbreaker as a personal skill. It all makes sense now. She's so good at breaking bows. Wow, this guy's accurate. Let's hex him and shred his accuracy, so my other units can do stuff. How about the Sword Slayer? Oh, he has a Lance Reaver. This would be so sick if he had a different weapon, because I'd have the guaranteed hit and the kill almost certainly. But the doubled weapon triangle is taking off a lot of my effective multiplier. That's stinky. Yeah, Lance Reaver is stinky. A regular axe works, of course. I can just use the arm mounts with like a brave axe. Oh, Elfin just has speed. Turn the animations off again. Hey, remove. Now I need to get these guys away from spawn, but I'll probably have Faye run and clear out those guys' self so they can like also make their way to the rest of the army at some point. I seem to have proxy aggroed a lot of people. I don't even know if I have a restore staff on this side. I think Yoder has one. Let's find out. We could always use Staff of Saints if we didn't have one. Wouldn't have been a big deal. So we actually have some stuff coming at us, like this big Devil Axe guy, and some oh no! No, the non-playtested heroes! The free magic non-playtested heroes! Has anyone ever beaten this hack? Like, did the guy... How did the guy who made this actually, like, still have issues like this if he's played his own hack? Surely! He didn't intend for the heroes to suck this much shit, right? Did they get Axebreaker? I guess they get Axebreaker as their capstone skill. But yeah, no, they're so bad. We can just focus on the Berserker. And not be worried about the heroes, because Elfin has 8 res and he takes, what, 4 damage from the heroes? Sure. They do more damage than I thought, but that's because of, yeah, it's strong riposte. Strong riposte. Yeah, how much res does Geese have? 6? He takes 6s? Not a big deal. Let's equip the, Tomahawk. What rally does he have? Rally Strength? Kind of forgot about it. Bolting isn't really comparable to like a 4 range weapon. Bolting is annoying because it's 10 range. Dumpster Fire, you know how, if you look on my stream, there's like a little, heart in the corner that, like, my YouTube capture puts that there. Like, my chat capture shows, like, the stupid heart emoji in the bottom right corner, don't know how to get away, like, remove it. That covered up the knot in your message. So I read, got here a bit late, but glad to miss the stream. And then your message got a little less funny once it scrolled up, and the knot was uncovered. Yeah, that's for emoji spam. People can, like, spam emojis there. But it does get in the way of messages sometimes if they're the most recent message, which is kind of funny. Apocalypse is pretty good. Yeah, sometimes I just, like, have to interpret what a message probably says, because, like, a few letters of a word are getting, covered up. Or wait for it to scroll one. Now let's just make sure we don't break the Mulligar, but we can keep using it. My god, I'm using, like, 6 uses of Mulligar for this one. Yeah, that was 6 uses of Mulligar right there for 1 kill. I'm straight up threatening to break this thing. It's my most used S-rank weapon. That's what I was looking to move. I was looking to move Faye. I was like, surely there's a unit I have not moved yet this turn. Oh, that's a longbow. We got hit by Adept, too. Thankfully, the heroes are so weak they cannot hurt Ray. But we just got Adept longbowed. He's trying to flex. Can we Sword Slayer these heroes? They're so hard to hit. They have Axe Breaker. That's really frustrating. I'd love to get them with a Sword Slayer, but they're resistant to the Sword Slayer because they have Axe Breaker. So why did they give you a Sword Slayer if you can't slay a sword? Come on. That's so annoying. Here I was all pumped to use it, and it doesn't work. So Geese is useless against them. And then this guy's close counter, so you can't, like, undercut his range. Wow, the Scrub Squad is getting their ass kicked by these guys. I have to, like, run away from them. Because Faye is busy soloing the Switch. They have to, like, leave. Not die. Yeah, I wish that Reavers would. It's actually a huge complaint of mine. This should not work against Reavers. It should just be disabled. This should only be effective when you have weapon triangle advantage as well. Because I think it's really bad that you can have this active when you're using a weapon that does not currently give you advantage. Like, say you can use all 3 weapons, you don't even need to use the correct one. I think it's too generous what makes these apply. Yeah, now Geese can't really fight them, and I have to, like, back up because this Brave Bow Archer is really dangerous right now. I like breaker skills on specific players because it's fun to have give a unit a niche that allows them to fight, like, one type of unit. Because a lot of the time you'll see a character that has, like, a niche, like a bow character can, like, deal with a flyer. Or a high-res character can deal with a mage, and a breaker character can deal with an axe. I actually don't mind stuff like that, I actually like it. It's just annoying when enemies have breakers you don't expect, I guess. I did put breakers in the Blessed Heart. It's something you have to get used to. The reason while I normally am okay with breakers, I just really don't like it on these heroes just because I have a Sword Slayer. I wouldn't mind being bad against them, but the fact that the Sword Slayer doesn't work is the real irritating part, I think. But I otherwise think that Breaker is a cool concept. Yeah, I need to run away, I think. And wait for Faye to save me, because this Brave Bow Archer is going to obliterate everyone here. And the Sword Slayer doesn't work. You have a javelin? No. I'll help Faye return quicker. Now someone has to stand on the tile to seize the throne. So we can just rally and do it at the same time. Cool. That's one switch down. Apocalypse does not one-shot because they have really high res. Let's get some more Roy XP. Binding Blade. One shot. Yeah, I don't like the random unpromoted enemies to slay it. It makes me really sad to hear that people just keep not playing Engage because they heard the story was bad. Because Engage is my favorite Fire Emblem in terms of gameplay, and the story is an inoffensive kind of bad, where it's just like a Saturday morning cartoon. It's not like the kind of like cringe in Fates where like your siblings are competing for the ability to marry each other and like other like anime tropes that just make your soul suck into its body. Like, Fates is a game where you can literally breed your, like, 14-year-old sister and have a child with her in the middle of the game. And then they're just like, well, she's not really your sister, and we changed the fact that she's 14 in the localization, and we also removed the face petting minigame. How is Engage more cringe than Fates? It's just harmless cartoon nonsense. There's nothing that's actually, like, offensive in the, events or the dialogue of it. Like, the story of Engage isn't good, but at least nothing happens in it that just makes you want to, like, stop existing. It's just there. It happens, and then you move on. Well, I find the Fate story to be completely unreadable. Yeah, Engage is a very uninspired story. It's basically like, band together, make your friends, defeat the evil dragon. That's basically the story. But it's such a shame, because Engage is, like, easily the most, it's the best animated Fire Emblem by far. The combat animations are truly stellar, because you have the flashy dynamic crits from the GBA, but, like, in a very responsive 3D space where the characters getting blown back by each other, or they're, like, striking immediately after, like, a dodge. They, like, dodge to the side and strike from that position. Engage animation quality is easily the best in the game. Also, while people complain about the character design being too colorful, the maps being colorful is a massive breath of fresh air, because all of the Free Houses maps are like brown mud, and they're terrible to look at, but the Engage maps look amazing to look at and walk around on the map. Because a lot of, ever since the 3D changeover in the series, like in FE9, the battle maps are so terrible to look at, because the GBA era has clear readable map tiles, where it's obvious what how the map flows, what the tiles look like, it's nice and colorful and fun to look at. And then that was kind of lost in the transition to 3D, and Engage saved it. Engage has maps that look incredible to look at. I love Chapter 4 of Engage. The kind of like, what's the name of the place where Alfred's kingdom is from? Where you're like outside, and there's like windmills, rivers, and flowers, and grass, and it really makes you feel like you're playing GBA Fire Emblem again, in terms of looking at the map. It's absolutely gorgeous. Firene, thank you. Yeah, the first Firene map. It looks absolutely fantastic. And while I more subjectively like the gameplay of Engage, I can say that the art quality in terms of animations and map design is absolutely stellar, and I think anyone can enjoy those. Kinda keep running away from these guys and let Faye come save me. Oh, she never pressed the switch, but she can always go back and do it, or we can just send like ability to go press the switch or something. Does Engage feel more finished than Free Houses? Yeah, Free Houses overscoped with the several routes. Engage is a pretty long campaign. There's like 26 chapters and 13 guidance. So Engage is a very long and fulfilling campaign from the gameplay perspective. Hey, save us. Dragon Girl, save us. There's a brave bow archer and I'm too scared because this is a extremely weak scrub squadron. Yeah, route splits kind of like make a lot of the game like repetitive on replays and make it like hard to have your player base experience all of the content. Oh, then there's 15 guidance, Mike, because there's also the pack drink one that I was thinking of earlier. I don't like the route split in Free Houses that much, because you have to replay the first half of the game over and over to experience the story branching. We give Roy a rally, then he can, well, we don't have one. Okay, I guess, we'll just be one-off lethal. Oop. Hey, Binding Blade is 3 range! I have not been abusing that! I forgot it can do that! That's very strong! I was just playing honestly the entire time, just assuming that, you know, they would be a fair weapon, and they gave it twice as many uses and won the free range. I even read that it was one the free range when I got it, I just kind of neglected to abuse that ability. I think the Free Houses story is okay to me, but I don't feel strongly about it. I don't like the discourse around it. I think it's funny that people are willing to be very black or white with whether they can consider a character to be justified or not if they just like that character. There's like a weird, kind of like cultural thing of like the Edelgard did nothing wrong people, where they clearly wrote a character that was meant to be a multifaceted character that would do things both good and bad because they are written as the antagonist of multiple routes. And a lot of people were very convinced that that character was a completely innocent cinnamon bun who started a world war, but like they wanted to find excuses to make her 100% completely justified. And it's like, I thought the whole point of this route split was that, you know, these characters were supposed to show parts of, like, you know, being good and bad, or like doing bad things for like a greater reason, or... I mean, the game literally opens with Edelgard trying to assassinate the young leaders of the other houses. That's the very first thing that happens in the game. The prologue of Free Houses. You are fighting for your life because Edelgard's she hired bandits to assassinate Claude and Dimitri, and it went ass up. It didn't like work correctly. So you just end up saving them from it. But that's like the first thing that happens, is she just calls an assassination on people that literally just haven't done anything yet besides just be next in line for a throne. Just so she can destabilize the continent, so the continent will be weak for her to declare war on it. That's the very, very first event of Free Houses. And people are just like, oh man, Edelgard's this perfect little cinnamon roll. Like, okay. You know, I don't know if we played the same game. I'm not even like... I misclicked that. Interesting. Staff of Sancius. Edelgard's a pretty fun character too, I like her. I think she does some cool stuff for the story. I just think people have really weird opinions on her. Why is my bard fighting? Because he is not a dancer. He is a light mage. So is this guy a longbow? Yeah, so I could just get him out of the way with the Binding Blade. Although I could also save Binding Blade uses, it's just funny the free range with it. I could have waited for Lynn to show up. Is Roy at caps? He has a lot of like high 20s at this point. Well, he's capped some of his stuff. Not bad. Binding Blade makes him pretty bulky. He's become a pretty good unit with it. Yeah, Obsidian, I thought it was... That's my one complaint about FE6, or sorry, FE8, in hindsight, going back, is that, the narrative is, like, very kind to Ephraim and not kind to Erica, and fans kind of just, like, went along with that. Ephraim's like you reread FE8 and you're like, wow, Ephraim's actually, like, a complete idiot. He's so stupid. He runs off to try and solo a country, alone, when, like, his family needs him alive. And other people need him, and he's just trying to just, like, run a guerrilla warfare with no end goal in sight, just because he can. But he gets away with it. Even canonically gets, like, surrounded, on all sides, in a castle, with a moat, by Wyvern Riders. I forgot there was no longbow archer, and we just got killed by Adept. I don't like Adept being in this game. That was my fault, but I also don't like Adept being in this game. Alright, well, no more Larum. Rip 5 boots, yeah. Restart now, I have a dead unit. Do I need her to beat the game? I don't think I do. Like, she's good. She's an extremely good unit that enables my other extremely good units, but I'm pretty strong. I don't need Larum to beat the game. Replaying this chapter would take me a while. It wouldn't take me that long, but the gameplay at this point isn't super exciting because my units are super powerful. I'm just kind of like rolling through the map. I think it would, I'd have less fun if I restarted, because it would, not be very exciting. Plus, there's not much game left. The game is almost over at this point. Now, I'm expecting really powerful reinforcements to spawn from inside. There's also going to be a squad of guys in there as well. Faye can probably just juggernaut all of them without a second thought. So we'll just bring Faye over, and Faye can kill them all for me. And that'll be pretty easy. Let's go ahead and do that. Let me just emulator speed up to make this kind of cross-country traversal go a little bit faster, as it's otherwise pretty slow. But we'll get there. Yeah, if Zephiel has effective damage against Faye, we'll just use Nihil Luna. That's the idea. Or Roy. Roy Binding Blade is probably okay. He might die to Vengeance, but maybe not. I wonder how Zephiel gets so many people to go along with his plan. Surely the average person would not want this. I guess they're just really, 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 really loyal to their king. What? 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 What was that? Roy, like, spawned like a shadow clone jutsu while shouting Zephiel and running at him anime style. I mean, cool line from Roy, like the will of the people you've murdered is like, you know, lives on in my blade. That's kind of a raw line. I'm good with that. Why is Roy fighting Zephiel for me? This is entirely scripted, right? They just both miss. Okay. Huh. Yeah, I guess Roy gets another turn. Sure. Net zero. I mean, nothing really happened there. That was net zero. Yeah, you can make things hit or miss in a scripted battle no matter what the actual previews are. You can do any amount of damage, any like hit, any crit. Because you set the values that you want the battle to do ahead of time, and then the actual result plays out irrespective of the numbers. So I think I could just put Faye in there and kill stuff, right? Fenrir's hit pretty hard. So to not use up the high-res Dragonstone, we could just, like, stay in the front, take care of the non-mages first. Take your sun. Okay, and there's some reinforcements from the back, but we could just end the chapter before they catch up to these guys. We have, like, most of our units pretty far away from them. They'd have to walk a long time to get here. Does Yoda have a support with Melody? Apparently. Yeah, I don't mind the concept of a cutscene of Roy fighting Zephiel. I just, gameplay in this hack is silly. Okay, time for Faye to go crazy. Why are extra enemies coming from there? Where are they coming from? Where are these enemies coming from? What? Man, who tested this fucking Romhack? Imagine counting how much damage you would take from the enemies, determining that you'll survive, sending in someone to fight those guys, and you have to just have to, like, fight 8 enemies when you thought it would be, like, 2. Yeah, free Berserkers at a trenchcoat. This is some Naruto crap. Yeah, I have no idea what just happened there. Also, why are there so many enemies in Zephiel's room? I know what happened. I know what happened. I know why there's so many enemies here. Every 3 turns, a reinforcement spawns from the stairs. The person making this was not intelligent enough to check if those reinforcements should spawn or not. Therefore, when the door is closed, enemies are spawning on the stairs, stacking up, and sharing the tile. If you wait 45 turns to open the door, there could be theoretically up to 15 enemies on each stair. You'd actually hit the enemy deployment limit of like 50, so that wouldn't actually happen. But like, dear lord, these bugs are embarrassing. Okay, well, I actually take damage from the magic unless I use the Eternal Breath, but the Eternal Breath is actually running out of some uses here. So, I may as well pick off a mage or two. Using my 4-range Mulligear, which I have to be careful not to break. Of course I got Astra, ensuring I'd use more uses. That's why people said endgame was hard? Yeah, I believe them. I mean, this is ridiculous. It's a... life or death. That's a pretty strong skill for a character that attacks at 4 range. It also gives her, 39 speed with the Mulligear, which is pretty strong. Yeah, the Binding Blade is one of the pre-range. Like, I could pick off some of the, druids in the front safely, like this, for example. Faye might be able to potentially one-shot them. No, she can't, so picking them off is a good idea. And this will reduce the amount of damage that Faye takes without having to resort to using up the last uses of our Divine Stone. My hammer-on's broken, I used it on Warp. The Eternal Breath having infinite uses wouldn't change us very much, because, you know, you can always just, like, Flamestone, but yeah. Let's kill a, now Roy's in range of some stuff, but we can always just rescue him back, so it's not really a big deal. And let's reduce how many druids we're fighting on the same turn. Let's, start fighting these Manakets, because they take multiple turns, or crits or Dragon Fangs to kill without using the, Divine Stone. Let's go ahead and move Roy. Roy is now out of range of stuff. We just need to drop him down. And we're doing just fine. Wow, the Zephiel throne room is ultra giga omega fucked if you are... Yeah, you can heal Faye from afar as well. I just wanted to reduce how much damage she would take on the enemy phase, because 5 Druid Fenrir's all together could kill her. Are there mods that implement capture in a good way? You can give enemies Watchful to prevent them from being captured. I think in Romhack I played Bells of Bylin, all mounted units cannot be captured, similar to Thracia, and they didn't, you know, so they give like valuable weapons to mounted units, so you wouldn't be able to capture them. But yeah, I don't know, capture silly. I do like capturing Bells of Bylin though, I had a lot of fun with that. I actually really enjoyed it. It's a divisive hack that not everyone likes, but I really enjoyed the mechanics of Bells of Bylin. I had a really fun time with it. I'm getting one range by an archer. Now I know that close counter lets them attack at one range. I didn't realize it let them initiate combat at one range. I thought that was just like a counter thing. Well, the throne room is much more dangerous than I thought. I thought that would be long done with this chapter by the time these side reinforcements could catch up, but there's stuff happening here. Yeah, they're finding ways to threaten Faye. The idea of why don't you just loot the corpse. Alright, most of them are gone. I'm going to hope that any further reinforcements are not ambush spawns, because most reinforcements in this are not ambush spawns. So we can go ahead and start blasting through some more druids. We can use Mula Gear. 12 uses, let's not break it now. 10 uses left. We have Shauna has high res and Warding Blow, so she can do pretty well into a Fenrir. Roy can attack from free range. He's pretty good into a Fenrir. The reason Bells of Bylin has a mixed reception is because the Thracia-style mechanics are divisive mechanics for people like, I'll just tell you, fatigue means that you have to cycle the units you use. A lot of people don't enjoy that. The capture thing means that part of your economy is like, you know, capturing valuable stuff off of enemies, but some people don't like that. It's 1 RN, not 2 RN. A lot of people don't like that. There are things that people do not like in Bells of Bylin, but I think it's really fun. I really like that hack. I also think the fatigue mechanic is fun in Bells of Bylin because the way EXP works is you get a lot of EXP if you're underleveled, so cycling your army like that not only allows you to use a high amount of the cast, you don't like fall super far behind or anything. Your lords also have infinite fatigue. It ends up not being that punishing, because the cycling your units just genuinely isn't that bad. It's, you know, just sit them out for a chapter, use a different one, you get a lot of EXP when you're underleveled, it's fine. And mages having less fatigue is true, but mages get into less combat than your other units because they can't enemy phase that well because they're squishy, so they don't end up feeling like they have like way less fatigue. Unless it's like a super low HP healer is the main concern for fatigue. Zephiel skills, he has... Oh, you get the XX. It just drops, you don't even need to capture him. 30% the skill activation rate, which means his chance of hitting you with Venge is extremely high. It's like 58% of the time he gets you with this. Tower Shield reduces the damage he takes. Resolve is really scary, because his speed will skyrocket from 22 to 33, which could result you in getting doubled and killed very easily when he's at low HP. You can't double him. Oh, he can't double you! Resolve isn't that bad. Resolve is just damage. Resolve is damage, which could be Venge. If you get hit by a Resolve Vengeance, I think you just explode. He has Life and Death for some reason. He has 5 leadership stars, he has 1 to pre-range. You can hit him with bolting. What's his avoid? He has 73 avoid. If you put a shaman next to him, you could probably, and maybe elfin nearby, you could probably like get a pretty good bolting accuracy if you want to do bolting cheese like I did in No Damage Taken. He does pretty high damage. That can hit Fae. Avenge, but the thing is Fae is Miracle, so I think it's okay to just let Fae fight him. Any reinforcements? Good. Okay, so these reinforcements are ambush spawns in vanilla, so it's very nice that they are not ambush spawns here. Much more fair this way. So what's my bolting hit rate if I'm near Roy anyway on Zephiel? It's 58, so if you had a shaman there, you could get 25 more. And then you could, like, if you had a dancer, you could dance. You could probably do, like, rallies to make her double. Bolting cheese is probably a really easy way to kill Zephiel on this. But that's what I did in No Damage Taken, so I was hoping to do something different. Now, Sophia into Zephiel can probably ignore... I have not been using the Durandal. Take it. Stop using up the Binding Blade so much. Oh, Aether. Anyway, Sophia can... Oh, if Luna can probably do pretty well against Zephiel. A nice hit rates, idiot. It's funny how Shauna we thought would be this, like, the strongest character of the game, but the way that she's good is very vanilla. And what ends up being exceptional in this game is characters who are good in ways that are, like, truly game warping. Like, yeah, she could use a multi, have 1 to 2 range, like, S-rank weapon and fly around and be crazy, but what ends up being truly strong are stuff like Fae, that I kind of stopped caring about a character like Shauna. Plus, it's better when someone is truly overwhelming bulk in this game if you want to take a bunch of hits, because, like, the enemies just truly threaten so much damage. Yeah, I'm shocked that Shauna didn't end up being one of the truly broken characters. She's just she's a pile of stats in a game where the real power creep in the end comes from, like, skills and weapons in specific ways. So how do we, with no rallies, we would need some hit rate. We could get more hit rate by being adjacent. Yeah, like, doesn't the Luna crit just kill Zephiel outright? And I can do, like, my phase support, which I never got past C rank because I forgot. I could do supports, I could do rallies, I could... Let's set it up next turn, because I just want to get this set up. I want to see how strong she is with a bit of boosting. And honestly, there's a lot of boosting we don't have on deck, because, like, you could have Elfin with the accuracy from Charisma. Larm can learn Blood Tide for, like, 5 more damage. Plus her Charm for, like, 2 damage on top of that. Larm can give, like, 7 damage to any character. Oh, XX. I forgot I had free range. Also something silenced Roy. But yeah, let's we can get like a charm bonus from Clarine, but I don't want to be within range of the XX. You can take pot shots of Lan, yeah. You don't even see. Don't even have to get hit. But let's get some support bonuses nearby. Well, I could have done Rally Spectrum. I can do it with Elliewood at a minimum. Like a random rally defense and like a rally speed. How's she look with Luna? That's pretty good. it's not bad at all. Maybe we could do some chip and try and have the Luna kill. Let's just see if she won rounds. It'd be really funny if she won rounds with Zephiel with Luna. She's ignoring Wary Fighter. Yeah, she has Nihil. This is what I trained Sophia for. Before we got Faye, my opinion was that Sophia was going to be the best character in the game, because she had Nihil and can cap all of her stats and she can use Luna. So the combination of Nihil Luna would just be able to kill anything, and it's true! Nihil Luna can kill anything. It's just that Faye is even more broken, so we kind of like forgot about how good Sophia would be. But I think that made the whole Sophia arc worth it. She one-rounded Zephiel. Do you need to do this? No, there's a million ways you could kill Zephiel. Nice level up, idiot. I could have like cheesed it with bolting as I pointed out. Okay, well XX is an infinite use S-rank sword, so we could have Roy use that, so he doesn't use up the entire Binding Blade. That sounds okay. Why not? Before I end the turn, is anyone in range of random reinforcements? Any longbows? Okay, we're okay. Let's just end next turn. Sophia good, Percival bad, Binding Blade fixed. True! Yeah, the Percival nerfs are crazy considering he got Gale Force and he's still worse. These boxes are auto-advancing. I'm not pressing A. Are they trying to do like a Zephiel like emotional redemption or like making him relatable? Are you supposed to feel bad for him here? What's going on? There's supposed to be a comma before Guinevere there. The person I cared for, comma Guinevere. Yet all of this is auto-playing by itself, dooming, in this cutscene. I haven't pressed A a single time in the entire cutscene. I'm not sure I can press A. The fuck is he sorry for? He's trying to end humanity. I don't know how I feel about this scene. That reminds me of whenever someone dies in Engage as a villain, they have to be sad about it for like 15 years. They're like, oh, I was an orphan. It made me want to kill all of humanity. It's very sad. They're just like bleeding out of the rock for like 15 minutes talking about it. Zephiel tried to end humanity because he had a bad upbringing where he survived several assassination attempts from his father, and he got the idea that humanity was inherently violent and would start wars and scheme and hurt and kill each other. And it broke him, I guess. That's the idea behind Zephiel's motivation. But he's not meant to be like a redeemable or a relatable character. He's meant to be so broken he just wants to bring an end to everything. So they made XX a legendary weapon? Was it always like that? I don't remember. Maybe it is. I think this is the vanilla cutscene, then. With the dialogue. I don't think Belena's here. She's like not. It's like Merlinus is here or something instead, and they replace the faces, which is better. I wonder if we get a shop in the Burned Castle, because there's a shop in every single map tile. Yep, there's always a shop. Braves. Okay. Spears are pretty good, too. I kinda don't care. I think I can beat the game with the stuff I'm holding, by just using S-rank weapons and such. But, like, I could theoretically, if I wanted to, I could buy a Brave just to, like, supplement. There's probably, like, I have all this crap I could sell, although I have a ton of Braves, like... Do you really think I need more? I can find weapons. If I need a weapon, I can find a weapon in Convoy. I have a spear I'm not using, I have all these Brave Axes, Brave Swords, I have a Brave Bow, I have all these staves, all these boltings, I can't see myself needing to buy a weapon, certainly. Oh yeah, there's an Energy Ring and a Speed Wing we never used. Or is that Strength and Speed cap? Most people I care about have caps. I could... Sure. Hold on, let's cap Windy's Strength. That's something I found that we could do. She can't use any of those Brave Swords or anything, sadly. Our Dancer's dead, but I don't think it's a big deal. I'm pretty sure the next chapter we can just roll over with a... The Binding Blades won the free range in this. Do you mean in vanilla? We say it, yeah, we say it Bartry for Carol. Oh, the Binding Blades should not be won the free range, okay. So that's what you think. It is very strong at 1 to 3 range, certainly. And you can use Wind Sword and crap. Infinite use? I could see that. We have warps. We could warp Faye into Brenya's squadron and go crazy and kill all the druids, potentially. We could speed up next chapter by using warp a little bit. Mulligear went down to 10 uses. We used 30 uses basically in 1 chapter because it kept proccing Astra. It's okay to break it now, at least. We have XX, I think. Who has XX? There we go. So that's an infinite use S-rank sword. So you have a lot of people who can use swords, so I could give Durandal back to LA Wood if I ever hit him in range to fight something, because now Roy doesn't have to use the Binding Blade. XX is also 1 to 3 range. So I think that Roy just became a really good combat unit. Even without the Binding Blade, we can just XX stuff and have 29... Oh, it weighs him down a lot. So Body Rings on Roy would be good to use XX for the last chapter if you wanted to save Body Rings for that purpose. Weighing 17 is pretty considerable. And no one else is really S-rank sword besides LA Wood. And Lyn, I guess. You could have Lyn use the XX. The thing is, she's got Mulligear. But maybe she's better at using swords than LA Wood, because she has like 20 million speed. And LA Wood has... He has Con. He does have Con. Maybe he's better at Durandal because he has some Con. But she has Life and Death. So she could double with the Durandal. She's probably better with it. She could also Astra with the Durandal and break it. That'd be funny. I think LA Wood could be a rally bot and she could use the Durandal because she's going to break that Mulligear. Astra makes Lyn pretty strong. Life and Death. What happened to Rucker? We decided we weren't going to use him despite him being really good, so we decided to see how strong the arena was in this game, and he lost the first arena fight due to a Vantage Myrmidon killing him. So Rucker's been long dead. If we didn't do that though, we would have ground him in the Spirit Dust, so Rucker would not have lived either way. He would have been either dead or edible, so not a big deal. Yeah, Mike, I recommend what you should do is install uBlock Origin if you do not want to be served ads. Sometimes YouTube complains about the ad blocker, but the most recent version of uBlock Origin works like 99% of the time on YouTube. If you're on mobile, I don't know if... I don't think like mobile Chrome is uBlock Origin, but I think mobile Firefox does. I don't know, but if your YouTube app on mobile, I don't know if you can block ads without YouTube Premium. But if you're on PC, try uBlock Origin. That's what I use. I don't mind not getting ad revenue from people using uBlock Origin. If you're getting ads and you hate ads, you can block them. It's okay. Anyway, so I have less time today because I'm going to be making dinner for the family. and I would like to finish the rest of the game in one fell swoop. I just dropped my controller. So I'm thinking that what I'll do is I'll finish the game tomorrow. We'll do like a finale stream. We'll do 23, we'll do 24, we'll do final. And then we'll kind of like, you know, look at the epilogue, see how many kills we got in units. Talk about our overall opinions on the game, the balance, and other things once we finish, and just make tomorrow a finale stream to finish it up. So yeah, I'll cut here. I got stuff to do in this late afternoon. But we did stream for hours, we got chapters done, and I'll finish tomorrow. See ya!